Oh, hi everybody. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. Um, so welcome to this overstuffed house. We're in a corner of my room, and we're trying to tonight. I'm trying to clear up and clean out and just get rid of some of the massive amounts of dust that are in this corner. I have Aragorn and Elrond in here with me. Arwen is banned. She keeps going up top there and is dangerously close to knocking things that I love over that would cause major damage. So, especially if they broke, and then I'd get upset because I wouldn't want her to get hurt. So, for those of you who've never seen me before, I have inherited 3 estates worth of stuff in somewhat short order of time, and it's all in this one house. But I'm not blameless entirely. I can't say all of the stuff in this place came from inheritance. I'm just as much to blame. Spent, decades buying books and collecting books. I don't have all of them read by any means. I used to read about 100, little over 100 books a year. And I mean tiny, like 106. One year I read 110, but usually it was around 106. Once I got Michael, though, once I got the nephew to raise, that went out the window. So I'm lucky if I get 50 to 80. My Goodreads challenge for this year is 80. Right now I'm 7 books behind according to their algorithm. But, I'm trying. So I'm also purging because tastes change. Some books, as I find them, I go, yeah, you know what? I don't want that anymore. I don't want to read that. And so I'm purging them. Not a bad idea to go through your bookshelves, especially books that you've had for a long, long time. Even if you've read them before, are you really going to read them again? If yes, keep them, enjoy them. If no, well then maybe it's time to donate them to the local library for their book sale. Or even maybe a high school library, or if they're kids' books, an elementary school library. But, maybe it's time. I'm 58. How many more years of reading have I got? I've collected more in the previous 50 years than I have probably going to have to read anyway, because I don't see me having another 50 years to read stuff. So anyway, tonight we're going to work on this. One of the reasons that this corner has to get worked on is that if you were here last week, you know that Arwen knocked over, she got into this corner and then knocked over an old perfume bottle, like really old. And that perfume had not aged well, and the glass cracked and it leaked all over things. So it still smells like that because the carpet, it went all the way to the carpet. So that chunk of carpet is still down. I can't cut that chunk off though because it goes all the way to the wall over here. So I need to clear what else is here. So let me show you what else is here. Oops, I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. So first off, look at all, whoops, where's the camera end? This ends the camera end. So look at all the damage. That's from the roof leak, and it's up there too. So I want to get those down and away from that. But that's from the leak. And unfortunately, the very, very heavy rains we had, we still have a leak. But there's all this stuff. All this. I need to get through all this, find out what it is. So that's tonight's job. So it's kind of a work with me kind of thing. I'm also finding little beads of rose quartz because I didn't know this was on the floor, and when I stepped on it, the nylon thread either came undone. Anyway, I don't know if there was a knot in it, but it broke. So I'm still picking up little bits and pieces of stones off of the... No, these are not toys for you. No. Aragorn's looking at it going, what do you got, Mom? What do you got? What do you got? No, Not for you. So not for you. The thumbnail for tonight was a picture of a quilt book that I want to replace. There were some other things that I had to throw away because they got covered in perfume and ruined. And I didn't mind. But that one quilting book, I mind a lot because I know I have the fabric for one of the quilts in there for my own bed. I've been collecting fabric that looked like books for a while and not easy to find. And it's all in a drawer in the Black Hole Challenge room. So I'm going to need to replace that one book. The others, nah, not so much. I do have some I'll have to decide. Like I found more color point. Now these were made to be used with color point pens, and you would just put fabric paint, the little dots. But you can do them with any fabric paint, and it makes them look like that. So that is probably going to show up next month when I start maybe having live sales again. My God, that makes my arm look fat. Because it is fat. So we're going to see what we can do. This is something I decoupaged and made. That is an image of a fan, a carved mother of pearl fan, or oh no, carved ivory fan from the 1800s is the image. But unfortunately, this has a yellow tinge to everything. I used polyurethane, but it turned. It turned that funny yellowy orangey color. I'm not happy with that. I had made a bunch of things that were the right size for American Girl dolls, and that was one of them. Oh, a banana split cake. That should be in the kitchen. Other things. So, but we're going to see what we can find and what we can clean out. Paper. I used to do a lot of stuff with rubber stamps. Now I need to have a little more space up here because one of the things I have to do is get to what's over here. What is this? Memorial Edition Anthology of the World's Best Poems. I don't know if I'm really going to read that. But see what I mean about so dusty. I mean, I'll get the major dust off, but everything glass up here is going to need to get washed at some point. Because it's just been stuffed. I'm doing all right. My sleep is all off kilter, but I'm doing all right. I did call the cardiologist to try to get a sooner date. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Hey. Hello, sir. Furball. Aragorn. Get out of there. What are you doing? What are you after? There's nothing down there for you. No. I don't need a kitty cat tearing up more stuff. No. So, one thing I got to is Aragorn had knocked off the top up there, pulled it out of a vase. It had been all these dried flowers, and then he was chewing on them and then throwing up because he has, only one brain cell. Let's fit this somewhere closer. Trash bag. What on earth? Yeah, that's all dust and dirt. Oh my goodness. Seeds from that stuff all over. Oh, this will need to be cleaned. I wonder if it still works. Huh. It still works. I don't know what it plays, but it still works. What is this? Anything? I have learned the hard way. But if I find little bags, always open them, make sure there are not anything hiding in them. Go. And, oh, that one's empty. That one's got something in it. Those are empty. Those are probably the scents that I liked. They were from heaven knows where. It was a sampler of all these little tiny packs of incense. Lemongrass, that was a favorite. Wasn't so big on the pine. Lily of the Valley. These guys got some. Oh, these two each have one in it. Honeysuckle and, well, not patchouli. Patchouli makes me sneeze. Come on here. I want to get rid of all of these little seeds. Oof. I think my dusting cloth is about dead. Yep. That's I was so happy. Now these say dry floor wipes, but they're basically dusting cloths, but they're just bigger. They're just lots bigger. Oh, again with you. What are you doing? Hey, sir. What are you doing? Oh, my boy down there being a pest. Hey, brain cell. Last night we had quite the storm, and I had kitty cats trying to get into my room where they have not been allowed to be. And he was one of them. They don't like when there's a storm out with a lot of wind. It upsets all of them. There, there. That gives me a little space. What is this? Something that ain't going on my face. And that is shot. Wait, is that? Yeah. Okay. Somewhere there is a plastic container that has a piece of jewelry in it. So I've made sure I have checked all the little things. Oh, you don't have anything in you. Let's put you guys in there. I know this. This is, it says Marbles is the company that made it, but it's a nice little knife. I have used that on several things. I've been working on miniature stuff or repairing carved wood that needed a new piece. What is this? Oh, hello. It's a frame with a fairy in it. I haven't tried the blue yet. And the pink is just about gone. Doesn't last very long, but it's still, so it only needs to last like that first day. So the next, probably on Sunday. Oh, Cobwebs had a party. I may try the turquoise hair dye that you sent, and we'll see how that goes. If this still has potpourri in it, it's gonna go. No, it's empty. That brass definitely needs a polishing though. Oh, look, more of your little bits of baby's breath that you kept trying to eat, young man. He's staring at me like, Mom, what are you doing over there? What is... Oh, it has some weird little plastic bit on the top. There, that's all. I don't drink beer, but I was at a party, and so I was like, please, please, can I have the bottle? So this has to go. It is Dead Guy Ale, Oregon brewed. And it's got the cat on it and Dead Guy. It's just so funny. Cobweb on the side. Newport, Oregon, bottled by the Oregon Brewing Company. So I just thought it was great. And that's got to get washed and packed away with Halloween stuff. All right, now let's move that over. Where do you begin? Y'all ever felt that? Like, where do you start? Let's just put the trash bag at my feet. Have you all been hydrating with this hot weather? Mike got these. It says Scoutmaster Core. As incoming Scoutmaster, he got ones that said committee and then committee core, and then he got these for us, which was pretty cool. Because, on a camping trip, you always need water. So, he has a tutorial on his YouTube channel. I'll look for that. Because I only did like the little bits right in the front so that I could test it out. So, we have a bag. It's all splitting apart. Oh my. Oh. And of course, it is crafty stuff. What can I put it in? I could put it in this. Just to get rid of, because that's the problem. Is back here, it's a bunch of bags. You can't, what are you doing, sir? No, 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 no. No, you may not have my fairy. So, White Horse Studio in Delaware. It's a friend of mine, and she makes a lot of leather stuff now, but she used to make these awesome figural dolls. And there was a song called Nobody Loves a Fairy When She's 40. And so she made a doll that was a fairy when she's 40. Her wings are crooked, her wand is bent. She's not exactly, looking like she's 18. And so friends gave it to me, and he just knocked it off. But the friends that gave it to me also as a joke put a tiny little remote for a TV in her hand, because I would go up to their house and there would be 3 remotes on the coffee table. And I could never figure out what one was the right one. And this little idiot's going after the marabou on it. You're not touching that fairy. Absolutely not. No way. Here, you want to come over here? Hey, you want to come back up here and lay down like you were? Come on. Yeah, there's an Aragorn. Say hi. No, don't show everybody your butt. What are you, Binks? Your name's not Binks. Binks likes to show everybody his butt. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, and then you can see what I'm doing. Lay down and put the tail down. Well, that'll keep you entertained. I just opened up the top drawer by about an inch, and he's like trying to see what's in there. So, what is all this? Oh, looks like doll eyes. Novelty eyelashes. What the heck? I'm sorry about the light being so off kilter. I'm wondering if I could do something about that. If I can. But what can I prop you up against? Maybe the bottle. It's a little harder to see, but hi. Hi. What you doing? So we've got a bunch of different creature eyes. So that's absolutely animal whiskers. So this was for dolls and stuffed toys. I would make stuffed toys. Mom would do dolls. Oh, innovations. These are intriguing. I might try one of these. So it has a transfer that you can use fabric paints or embroider, but then it has the pieces of whatever is the big butterfly. So like a lot of the flowers you can do either with fabric paint, but the pieces for the butterfly are what's in there. So they were probably meant for clothes for me, but I can't see me doing all three of those. And there might be more in this heaven forsaken bag here. Oh, look, the original receipt from Frank's Nursery and Crafts. Do we have a year? 1997, December 16th. Wow. I'm not particularly hoping to find anything so much as I don't even remember what's here. I honestly do not know what's here anymore. More stuff. Doll hair. Seems to be in good shape. Now these things, there's a bunch of these. And if you press them, you get nothing. However, you can supposedly replace the batteries in these. So I should, we've got, oh, Easter Parade works. Oh, I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus doesn't. I need something to put these in. All right. I know. Get on here. Yes. I know you heard it. There's another box that I can put things in that I know I definitely don't want to keep. So where are all these little buttons? Scale miniature of, what the heck is that? Is that a coffee grinder? Like an 1800s coffee grinder? So all these little music button things. How many did I miss that dropped into the box? I think those are going to go online as one great big batch. And I'll let people know that they don't all work. They need their batteries replaced because it says exactly what kind of battery. AG10 replaceable batteries. So we'll drop that. What do we got so far? London Bridge, Jingle Bells, Santa Town, and Mary Had a Little Lamb. Where are you going? He's leaving us. That's okay. So it really is just a matter of, I don't know what's here anymore. Let me call you sweetheart, music box dancer. The heck? Twinkle tones for a 10mm Rudolph nose. Well, it's trying to make noise, but it doesn't. Animal eyes, keep those. Because heaven knows I have plenty of fur in the attic. You are my sunshine. Silent Night, another Easter Parade, another Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, what are you doing? I moved the fairy. She's safe. He's going to tackle his brother. That sounds about right for him. Elron's over there just nicely sleeping. Oh, it's getting hot in here because I had to turn the air conditioner off. I didn't want the noise. More eye, another one of those. More of these. I mean, I get having whiskers because some of the stuff we have, and like, look at the animal eyes. But I don't know about these giant eyelashes. How the heck would you even attach them to a doll? I just don't know. Oh, those are the cool eyes. Look, look, look. Blue and white. That would be cool on a big Easter bunny made out of blue fur. Which we have. Mom specialized in the oddball stuff. And Stearns Stern Costumes used to have her doing all the fur bodies for things. She's made a Cookie Monster. She's made a big bird out of yellow fur. It looks really weird. But I know we have short and long, yellow, brown, blue, and black fur. We have just short of orange. And I think some red. But there's also long-haired fur in white. But I don't think I have any short-haired fur in white. And there's maybe some gray floating around, though I kind of think we used all of that when we made some elephant dolls. I think we used all of that, but we would have only been able to use short hair. I've got enough whiskers for days. These are all whiskers. My goodness. I'll be able to make lots of creatures. My goal is to have a sewing machine working. Mike has to replace the foot pedal on his. And mine is behind me. And it's been shut up for so long, I don't know if it would still run. But my goal is that definitely, maybe not by the end of this year, but definitely by, let go, looky, Halloween, Halloweeny stuff. You should be with my holiday stuff. What is that? Oh, it's a little metal cello. Interesting. But I don't have anywhere to sew yet. So my goal for this year is to just keep clearing spaces so that there's actual workspaces. And and it would be nice to be able to get to this bureau again, even if I do have to climb over the end of the bed to get here right now. But just to clear space. And then next year, the goal is to also be able to sew and make things and clear it out. There's a bunch of these little metal doohickeys. I mean, you could make ornaments out of them. They have a loop on the top. There's a bunch of them. Or you could make a neat little assemblage. Put them in there. Aragorn, where'd you go? You're not going to get that door open. Oh, a little tiny pail. What is... Oh, one more. Mary had a little lamb. Put that in there. Keep the eyeballs. What are you? You're just a little black pony bead. Well, I'm not going to worry about two little black pony beads. But I am going to take this nasty dusty bag. Yay! One bag down. So, whew. Oh my goodness. Where did you go, Aragorn? I don't trust you when I can't see you. Problem in this room with Aragorn and Arwen is they like to climb. It's not safe for my stuff or for them to climb. I think he's laying by the door. Where are you? Well, Elrond's just out cold, so he's no problem. All right, let's see what fell out. Another Santa kissing Santa, mommy kissing Santa. Oh, my brother's always looking for these. I don't have any more foreign pen pals. I used to. Oh, this bag is just this plastic's just, yeah. You know what? We're gonna just pop this open.
Take these out of here. Lois, my goodness. Oh, yeah. If you have a Christmas tree that's all musical stuff, they'd be great for that. Hello, Lois. How have you been, darling? I have not heard from you or seen you in the chat in a long time. I've been worried about you. I hope you're doing okay. This one. Oh, more eyeballs. All right, put them there. And these, where can I put these where I'll be able to reach them? Tomorrow I can stick them there, and I will give them to my brother tomorrow because he still has some foreign pen pals. And I'm about to sneeze. Oh. Oh my, oh my. Now, my poor briefcase. Look, it's Doctor Who briefcase. I saw it had a question mark on it, and I was like, I have to have that. Up again now? That's good. That's good. I've been worried. What, pray tell, is in here? Oh, wow, for gondoliers. That's from a long time ago. I'm going, since it doesn't leak here anymore, I'm going to hang that so it's out of the way. Guildhall stage. Oh wow, it's all the measurements too. But these have the set on them and those are just blank. So I think these are gonna end up recycled. We shall put these. When I was doing this before, I had a box that was about a little over 12 inches deep, maybe about 13. Because, you know, you go to Aldi's and they don't have bags and we didn't have any with us. So we took a box from something and I had to put where the big U was, where the display was out. Hi. What do you want? I had to, yeah, I had to tuck them in there. No, actually, I had to put a piece of cardboard at the open end, but I filled that thing completely with magazines, bits of newspaper, bits of paper, you know, articles that I had no longer needed, just filled it and it's all gone. Went out and recycling on Wednesday morning. I was like, yeah, that was a lot of stuff. This is old. This is going to need a little care. Luckily, I have some leather soap and polish. This is a very old leather briefcase. I like it has 3 different, depending on how much you have in it, it has 3 different locks to lock it. And it's pretty clean inside. It's made from cowhide, Bosca built, Hugo Bosca, Springfield, Ohio. What are you doing? Hell am I in? Aragorn, where are you? Aragorn, why are you under my bed? Child of mine. He's a mess. He is a mess. All right, little box. My big butt just knocked something. Oh, the fake plastic piece for the end of the bookcase. This is a shipping box. This, go over there. Oh, this is too heavy to be a shipping box. Let's see what this is. Oi! Oh. What do we got now? I have tried to have garage sales here. Well, I don't have a garage. We're the only one on the whole friggin' street that doesn't have a driveway. But one of the problems is that everybody sees the address Chester and they think, oh my God, we can't go into Chester. It's so dangerous. We are not downtown. We are not on the other side of 95. You jerk. Yeah, I heard that. How many times do I have to tell you, stop going over there? None of y'all listen. Oh, more craft stuff. Oh, look. Rose Valley Chorus presents Princess Ida, 1986. I'm in that one. I'm in that one. I don't know that I will bother to get that one transferred to a DVD, but I'm in that one. I don't know that these will be any good. Old ink pads. It's been a long time since I've done that stuff. Okay, what do we got in here? We've got this. Oh, we've got the embossing gun for the embossing powder. I think this might be all rubber stamp stuff. But anyway, the last time I tried one last time to do a garage sale. I advertised it in the paper. Had to pay $14 for that. And what are you doing? And I had advertised it in a couple of Facebook things about yard sales and garage sales. And I honestly, I put down everything $1. $1 each. I made $14. I made enough to pay for the ad. That was it. That was it. It just was so sad that's because that's why when Mom was alive too, we gave up doing yard sales on our own front lawn because we couldn't get people to come. And so that was a real problem. And the local flea market, the one out at Delaware County Community College, is $50 a spot. When most of your stuff is little, you have to sell a lot of little stuff to make up the spot and then make any kind of profit to make up your day of being there. So they've kind of priced themselves out of existence in my area for me, which sucks. We have thought about taking it and going further, going north of Philly up to Bartow, where it's cheaper, but we didn't have a vehicle that would be good for that. Laminating sheets, peel and stick, a really dusty bag. Ooh, what are you? You are a dead rubber band. So that's been kind of the problem. Now, Mike has a bigger vehicle, we could actually, but maybe the big problem is we still don't have a space to store the stuff that would be going to a sale. Because I don't even have space to put the boxes aside. I need to have 10 lots before I take stuff to Briggs auction. What is this? Okay, peeps, help me out here. It says Delaware County, PA, 1958, and then it has 4 numbers in the middle. 6222, and they're not quite even, so it looks like whatever it's from, the number gets imprinted as they need it. What do you think? I mean, I can't imagine it being a dog license, not with both those holes in it. You think that could be? Brass is old. Now you're on my nightstand, knocking all my medication over, sir. So if you have an idea what that might be, by all means, put it in the comments. Yeah, flea markets would be best, but We need a spot where we can actually like get to them. You're not getting in here. Oh, this is sewing. Let's put sewing in this box. If I find anything else that's sewing, I think I may put it in there. What's this one? Your box has gotten a wee bit squished. So I hope for there to be flea markets in the spring. Are you fairies or just flowers? I think you're just flowers. You're just flowers. So it's a little resin box and never been out of its box, but that's the lid. Isn't that pretty? Looks like little white, not quite daisies, and then little tiny purple flowers. Well, I think that's going to be showing up at a, come on, in you go. I think that's going to be showing up at a live sale. The original box is there, but the original box is a little worse for wear. Got a little bit squashed on one side, but the box inside is in good shape, protected. 1997, made in China, distributed by Fabric Centers of America. That's Joanne Fabrics. Okay, so you will be leaving. Hey, what are you doing? Aragorn, honey, you can't get out. You can't get out till I get over there. No, baby. No, baby, you can't get out till I get over there. Wow, old pencil leads. Look, in the containers. Refill leads for clutch pencils. I don't know what clutch pencils are. But look how thick that lead is. Wow. That's something. Okay, I think these need to be dusted. It looks like I just cleared something quickly. Because some of these... Oh, is this the clutch pencil? Well, that says Faber, but it's got a real thick thing in the end. Ooh. Some of these will bear looking up. I don't know if they'll be worth anything, but the heck? Oh, wow. These were the old kind of labels where you had to wet the gum on the back. Remember did you ever have your grandparents, or maybe you, have a thing on the desk that was a little glass dish and it had a sponge on it that was always kept wet so you could do stuff? These are all stuck together, though. These must have come out of the desk when I got my father's desk. I needed a desk, and there's a marble and a really solid eraser. But my grandmother let me have, not this, right? I put you back in your thing, didn't I? She let me have, no, I didn't, my dad's desk. And then when Dad had, gotten married and moved out, my grandfather had used it as a desk for a little bit, so there might have been stuff. But my dad graduated high school in the 40s. So would not be uncommon to find pencil leads like that. There we go. I forgot to put that back in its little bubbly thing. So let's see. Oh, what's this one? Oh, this is another one. Green leads for... Oh, it's not lined up, is it? No, whoops. Well, this is pretty full. I just love these little things. Like, this is all wood. This is all carved out wood. Okay, Dorolight Dorolight, now that I got it lined up, Dorolight pencil leads. So I'm gonna have to see Yeah, aren't they neat? Though I did find out very quickly, because you can kind of see it on the edge of this one, that they don't like it if I do dishes. That one too lost a little bit off of the side. I don't know if you can see it. Because I did the pastel. It's like a periwinkle color, and then I took just the red sparkly and I just did a swipe, and then I put the clear coat on top. But then I ended up having to do dishes, so it doesn't like that. And yeah, I used to have those gloves for doing, housewives gloves, the long ones that come up to here, the rubber ones to do your dishes with, and I just did not have anymore. I picked them up, and here two of the fingers had cracked. So, and I only had the one left, and that one finally bit the dust. So they're hard to find. I have not been able to find those. You are invited. I've never even used this one. Look, it's perfectly clean. I probably have quite a few stamps. Oh, my baby. Oh, come here, baby. I still miss this cat. This was the first cat I rescued. It was outside in the rain for 3 days and 3 nights before we caught it. And it was so tiny, it didn't even have its teeth all the way in, didn't have its fangs. Didn't really have a front teeth. I bottle fed it for a couple of weeks. And somebody assured us it was a little girl. But as he got bigger, you found out it was a he. But when you get a cat that answers to its name when you call for it, you leave it that name. I was reading Les Miserables at the time I got this kitten. And I was right at the part where he finds Cosette out at the well in the rain, trying to lug a bucket of water. And the bucket's, half her size. So the cat was named Cosette. And that was Cosette. We had Cosette for 18 years. Best cat I ever had. And I was absolutely mom. And that cat could fetch. It wasn't just throw something up the steps and hope he knocks it back down. He would bring stuff back to you. I used to tell him, fetch my wallet, because I'd leave my wallet sitting on my desk. If I don't take it out if I don't need it. And he would bring it to me. He could actually fetch. He was something. Always slept at my feet. Never had a problem, even though it's a twin bed and narrow. He was at the feet. He was funny though. When Mom was in the hospital from congestive heart failure, and we thought we were going to lose her, he just walked up and down her side of the king size bed in my parents' room, crying. My father finally wafted him with a pillow and hollered at me to come get my damn cat. So I had to lock him in my room, and he just kind of whimpered and cried all night. And it's the only time he ever slept in my arm. He just curled up in my arm and just slept there. He'd never done that. And then the next day was when she flipped the doctor the bird, which she didn't remember. And she came off the ventilator about a few hours after that. So he kept saying in front of this, telling my sister and I, you have to get used to the idea that she may never come off that ventilator. And I look over and Mom's hand is moving. Her eyes are closed, but she flipped him one. And I nudged my sister and went, I think she's going to be fine. Take a look. We never saw that young doctor. He didn't come. He was so embarrassed. He didn't come back in. But even my sister went, I think she's going to be fine. 4 hours later, they were able to take her off the vet. She was all the way awake. Couldn't talk because that does horrible things to your vocal cords. But yeah, that was the only time Cosette actually curled up in my arm. I had trained him that when he was in the car and we had to go to the vet, he should lay on the floor, and he did. He could sleep in my bed, but only if he stayed at my feet, which he did. And he adored Mom. And I have 2 brothers he wasn't too keen on, though. Because if they dared raise their voice to mom, they would suddenly, when either one of them was living on the third floor, either one of them would find some poop right outside the door. One of them, Cosette did it right in one of their shoes. You could not raise your voice to my mother without that cat having a grudge about it. And I thought it was absolutely hysterical. They used to say, I'm going to take care of that cat. And my mom was, don't you touch that cat. Well, this says erasers. Oh, wow. Hey, look, they got little metal thingies. It's full, too. I've never seen erasers. Chicago, Auto Point, a division of Corey Corporation, Chicago. Cool. It's funny how sometimes that little tiny stuff can be worth so much more than why do I have a bowling pin? It could be worth so much more than the stuff you think of. Oh, these are quilting needles for the teeny tiny stuff. There's a mug in here. Boy, this is just all kinds of stuff. Oh, I remember these mugs. I had bought a couple of them. Fluff and Stuff. God, I remember that store. Fluff and Stuff was fun. On your birthday, I wish you happiness to last a lifetime. My sister has one. I saw it. She still has it in her kitchen. And I have one. I gave several away to friends. That might actually be mine. Maybe. Can't remember if mine's in the kitchen or not. What is in this one? Beads, and more beads. Oh, charms, too. Hello. What do we got? Charm that it doesn't tell me what it is. Well, that's no help if I can't tell you what it is. And like, this one's looks like a smaller version on a circle. Well, that's not all that helpful. Are you Chinese? Are you Japanese? What are you? I think maybe I'll take the charms out of here. Well, this one's different too. And I will have to see what they say. Oh, the receipts are still in here for these things? I'll tuck them in my pocket. Make sure I get them all. Because everything else in here is beads, like beads for bigger beads. Oh, there's quite a few of these. Look at them. Look at them all. Yeah, I'm going to need to find out what they say. I will have to ask Meng. Find out if they're a Chinese symbol first. And if they are, she can translate it for me. Oh, wait. Put the quilting needles back in the bag. Hi, Marcy. How are you, Marcy? Let's see, there's another rubber stamp. It says thinking of you. Makes a nice little frame. What are you? A two-piece carving set. You should not be in here. I have a special place for you. You will be going to summer camp with me. What, pray tell? This is that's the glue. This is the bottom to something. Probably Well, no, it's not you. You guys are a mess because you have sand inside of you. Huh. A lamp? No, not that lamp. What is that? Made in Japan. This was in my dad's room when he was a little kid, which is why I always wondered, when did they start Japan? Because I got told that was in his room when he was a little kid, but you know, he was in the Navy during the war. But that had been my desk lamp forever. I really like it. It doesn't have a shade though. It never came with a shade. I'm not going to worry about that and throw that away, that little thing. Oh, wow, a nice piece of trim. I had a whole bag of all these remnant things of this kind of fancy trim because they used to do them for $1, a dollar. They used to do them for a penny an inch at Joann Fabrics in the 90s. And it was great in the early 2000s because I had a whole bag of them in the dining room, and my sister, in helping me clean out at one point, just threw it all away. I was heartbroken. Like, why? Why? Okay, so these are seed beads. Why don't I just... See, I mean, even opening up a bag, you find out that it's like full of bags of bags. Uh-oh, what hit my foot? I dropped one. Hang on. Oh, ow. There's not much space here. Well, I dropped the sewing needle. But I think some of this box may be leaving. Oh. Anybody want a wooden... A little wooden... Yeah, I don't know why I would need that now. Oh, hey! There's another one of these. Where's my duster? What's this one say? Remember we found one of these. Delaware County Penn. So it's not PA yet. It's PENN, which is the old abbreviation for Pennsylvania. 1949, and that has a number. But it also has some weird little charm thing attached. Something... Gregor? I can't read this tiny, tiny print. Royce. There's something on the back. Okay, so that is the tiny little thing on it, but that's the... Oh, I have it upside down. So there we have two of these, except this one has some weird little charm on it. Where did I put the other one? There it is. It's with all the little desk stuff. You know, for a box that was closed, how can there be this much dust in the bottom of the box? Oh, and dried flowers. That's why, because little loopy boy. There's seeds in here. Because it had like nigella, dried nigella pods, and I think they were a couple of sheaves of wheat in the thing, and he's made a mess. All right, that goes there. I'm gonna put these in this basket. That's gonna be another thing going through. Oh, these! I love these. I used to make them and sell them. So they're little kits, and they make a little pin. They make a tiny little counted cross stitch. Some of them, usually the Christmas ones, come with little seed beads to decorate them with. This is Charlie Chicken. And they're really tiny, tiny stitches on this little plastic thing. And you can either put a little wire on them to make them something that the people can hang up as a decoration. Actually, I think the Scarecrow one, they were called Whizzers. And They were put out by Jan Lin. Yeah, he's got a wire in the picture, but it's really, really, really hard to see. So we'll be taking a second look at all of those. And we're not going to drop this because it's the really fine glitter for when you do yeah, that rubber band shot. For when you do rubber stamping. Oh, look, there's another one. And what are you? You are the tiniest of tiny seed beads. What are you? You're grass. Okay. And you're another marble. Let's put the marble in there. Get the rest of the seeds out because I know what I want to do with this box. Last time I found a bunch of stuff that really was more for rubber stamps. And so I think it would be good to have, like, this bag has a lot of seed beads and stuff. So I think this box should become stuff that's rubber stamp stuff, because then I can keep track of it better. And you're not, but you are. You won't fit. You should go in here. You came out of there. There are photo frames in here. Classic Garden and To the Garden. I might keep that one. I had that one, and when we had the doctor, she was little, and she knocked it off my bookcase and broke it. I might keep that one. But I'll take a look at the other one. The other one may end up being in a live sale, which there won't be one probably until July, just because it's just crazy busy. One of my scouts is up very late because I got a text at 11:35 because they can't remember what they signed up for summer camp, and they have prerequisites done, but they can't remember if they were for a partial that he already had and he needed to finish, or if it's a prereq for something for summer camp. He doesn't remember. So I'll handle it in the morning. That's what I figure. I'll just handle it in the morning. So, all right. So I've got a box. I've got seed beads. Seed beads can sit in, that's all kind of sewing stuff. So we can sit that there. Hanger. Hanger can go that way. What, pray tell, are you? Oh, this is for riding your bike. Yeah, no. I'm so far away from being able to do that. This is to flat stuff in. Oh, gosh. I'll turn this fan my way a little bit. Oh, my gosh. It does get so hot in here. I have no idea. Like, these are old bulbs in the two lamps I have. I got given these things when I was a kid. They're hobnail dresser lamps, matched pair, but they're probably the old light bulbs, not energy efficient ones. And you remember, the old ones can get really hot. And with just that one on in this corner, it's making it pretty hot. Okay, so let's take, I lost my duster. There we go. I've got rubber stampede paper. Tuck that in there. And anybody else up here? It's rubber stamp stuff. Solvent for cleaning stamps. I am probably not going to open this. I found this when I was back here the last time. It's Harry Potter. It's a little curled, but unopened Harry Potter. So that is most likely going to have to go onto eBay, but not right this second. And this is such a pretty ribbon, and I've never used it. But look it. It's all pink and blue and has these wonderful sun hats on it. And, I have to do something with that because we don't have anything to put. Mike bought a red, white, and blue flowery thing. It says welcome. It's all metal though, so we have something for 4th of July. But because we had the autumn wreath, we couldn't find the wreath I had made for Christmas. I don't know. It's probably in the attic somewhere. But you know, we just little bits at a time. This once was a trash bag. It's now a dust bag. Put this one in here. I wanted to do this tonight too because tonight's trash night in my neighborhood. And so this bag is now full. It's full. It's full. Yay. Tie this one up. Tie that one shut. I can't toss it over at you. Sit it to the side because I don't want to knock Aragorn in the head with it. What's in here? Oh, I got all kinds of stuff in here. Oh, look. Bath salts from Victoria's Secret. Do they still exist? Oh, back when my hair was long. All kinds of goodies. All kinds of good. Maybe not you. I think this one's kind of like the teeth are. It's hard. The plastic's breaking. The teeth are falling off. I think it's safe to chuck that one. Put that one in the other trash bag. Goodness. Well, hello. What are you doing in there? You are a mother of pearl pin. Look at a little butterfly. You should not be in here. In here should just be, you know, little things for your hair. The bath. And hey, I know what this one is. Yes. I don't have many of them left. Jacks. Remember playing jacks? There's even a ball in there. I don't know if the ball's any good. Been looking for the metal one. I used to play that with my nieces. Well, this says Pert Plus shampoo, but this is empty. That dried out. I said, I've not been in here. Body lotion? Vidal Sassoon. Still works. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have not been in here in a long time. Oh, Taboo. Oh, look, it's never even been opened. I like Taboo. I haven't worn that in ages. Let's keep that in there and hide that from the children. Hey, have any of you seen these? I cannot find these. We all had these as kids for ponytails, and now they're huge. They make ones that are like big enough to go around your wrist. My hair is too fine to have one that big because it's hot, and I'm finding to the point where I can put my hair up a little bit, but I cannot do it with those modern little hair rubber bands. I have to do it with these old small ones. I cannot. The big ones are just too much. Because look, all that hair, and it just fits right in there because I just can't, I can't take it all. What's in here? Empty. Okay, where did I put that pin? There's where I put the pin. The pin has to go back with me to the other side of the bed to go to the jewelry box. Oh my goodness. What show were those for? Were these even worn? Yeah, they were worn. There's a runner in them. Wow, that's some bright blue, that is. It probably was for a fairy costume when I did Iolanthe, because I had a blue outfit. Oh, this is so 1980s. Look. Pink and black. Absolutely from the 80s. I think we can get rid of the stockings. It's funny, packages of old stockings, unopened packs, sell on eBay. I guess because you just can't find them. Oh, my clock. So, I have sold unopened packs in the past. We can just sit you in the corner over there. What's this? Oh, a kite! A kite! Oh, a kite! Oh, this is so old. This is Funtastic, which was the summer toys from Joanne Fabrics. This is from 2001. This one looks like it's the bird. Summer camp is coming and I found a kite. These kids don't have a clue just how weird Miss Grouse is. They have no clue. So I took a kite once before to camp when we went to Camp Freedom all the way out near Pittsburgh. And I took a kite. But there was only one place to do it, and it wasn't very big space. So when it came down and went right into a tree and got ripped coming down. That was no fun. It only lasted that one. I did not think I had any more of those old kites left. So it's been, oh, Michael was still a scout at that point. Towards the end of him being, well, no, he would have just become an ASM, because he had aged out then at 18. So it might have been when he was venture crew president. But still, he was, no older than 21 at the oldest. Probably 19 or 20 when we went. So yeah, I haven't flown a kite. He's 29 now. He'll be 30 in August. So I haven't flown a kite in a while. Just to mess with the boys. It's so much fun. It is absolutely so much fun to mess with them. Oh, another piece. Something that was a real thin foam just fell apart. Matter of fact, let me get you out of here. Because I don't know how, but a piece of it ended up in the fan. And so was stuck in there. So if you have fans running this summer, make sure that you dust them every once in a while. Now, this kind is nice because I can actually take the thing off and I can dust the blades off, but it helps because if it's got loaded with dust and it just keeps blowing it out, it's going to make your allergies go crazy. So this hooks right on the top. It has little clips on the side and a little clip on the bottom, though I don't tend to use the one on the bottom. You are turning quite gray. So, oh, I already had turned you inside out. Well, let's see what else is down here. I see a castle. Really? You really a castle? What are you? Seriously a castle? My goodness, you are a castle. What are you a castle from? My goodness. See, it's a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find. Yeah, some of these items are definitely going to be coming up in a sale. I don't know about the castle, though. Boy, does this definitely look like a Aladdin's castle. So one of the perks, oh, this is so dusty, of working at the bookstore is that you could get, you'd get these little display things. Now this is meant to, it's for a book called A Suitable Boy. And it'll open up and have layers and be three-dimensional and look like that. But it is very much got the minarets. Oh, they go that way. So it's dimensional. Oh, that's so cool. And so very dusty. I shall clean that up. I have a castle that I kept. I think this is going to fall off. I can take this off now. That I have used for Halloween for years. And actually, it was from when Dungeons and Dragons books first came mainstream. Because it had been out for a while, but you could only ever. I cannot put this back in this. This is nasty. But when they first went mainstream and were sold by Walden Books, they sent out this big floor display, and I didn't get to keep the floor part, but I kept the flat part that held the books, and it would look like a dungeon, castle dungeon. So I'd use it at Halloween, put stuff in it. Well, then Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves came out, and we did a whole back display on the behind the counter, and I had brought that in. I had all these stripper beads. Mom had done a belly dancer who also did stripping, but they were gold beads that were like a dodecahedron shape, lots of different sides, and that strands and yards of this stuff left over, and she let my mom keep it. And so we had that draped all coming out, and fake gems, and all kinds of phony riches in there. We took in, I had my bow, I had a quiver with fake ends of arrows that I made out of straws coming out of the end of it because you couldn't take real arrows in. We had every Robin Hood book we could get our hands on, including stuff that for the movie on that wall. We sold out of everything within a week and a half. We kept that display up though, and people kept wanting to buy my bow. No. We had a blast with it. And I kept saying, no, you're not getting my cardboard castle either. That's not for sale. I'm keeping that. Odd bits of candles. Let's just tuck you in a corner in here instead of being there, because that way, should an emergency happen, we know where you are. This 23-inch paint guide. Were you in here for when I painted the walls? When the fiance that never happened, well, the fiance that was a fiance for a time was supposed to come, and we painted this whole room, and he wanted off-white. I can't wait to paint this room different color. That should actually go that direction, because that should be in the cellar way with all the other painting tools. So we have a box, an empty box. I can't wait to get back to doing things like this. So I had made one of these before, and I want to make another one. And it's a box, and it does stand up on its own. But I had filled the inside. I had taken Christmas paper, decoupaged the inside of the box. I had, on that one, I had put shelves across. And I had all kinds of little Christmas miniatures inside. And then when you wanted to store it away again, you just put the lid back on. But you could have this standing behind it. They'll stand up on their own. And have that as a display. I haven't made one in a long, long time. I'm going to put you in that box so you don't get squished. I see another bag of stuff. Oh! We're going to put this. Wait. Up. Hello, my lovely. I wondered where you went. And I wonder, you should not be here. Okay, Shrek. Where's my window? There we go. Shrek. Shrek is very dusty. Shrek, you're going to have to go there. I can't say the word. Paper cutting. Pair in what? Oh, pair wedding gifts from Anne and Barton, March 1940. Now that is Little Red Riding Hood. This is the original frame. This is as close as I could get to the original frame. That is Sleeping Beauty. I have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I have a little girl. They're all ovals like this. They're all from Germany. There was a whole fairy tale series made in the 40s. I don't have Cinderella. I don't believe I've seen it, but I don't have that one. I don't have Hansel and Gretel, and I can't get this back up there one-handed. Ah, no! Don't you fall over. Come on, you have to get on there because Arwen gets up here. There we go. She knocks things over on me. I want to move these and put these away. That is artwork, pen and ink, and this is white ink. And these were art pieces from my Annie Floss, from my great aunt. And Arwen likes to sit up here. Well, I'm afraid she's going to knock one of those little ones over. Now I've just knocked. Oh no. Come on. I knocked the castle over. Come on, you. Tell you what, why don't we put you in there on that shelf? We're going to put you on the lower shelf. We're going to get you off my foot, whatever it is you are. And we're gonna dust these guys off. And now I can get into the next drawer down. Might just shove these in a drawer. What's hiding in here? Oh, hello. I wondered where you got to. I haven't seen you in years. I assumed it was in the attic. Okay, we've got Little Red Riding Hood all dusted off. Look what I found. Creepy, kooky, spooky, ooky. The Addams Family. What size are you? I doubt I can still wear you. You're a large? Oh, you'd be kind of tight over the girls. Still, I can hang that up on a hanger for Halloween. Oh, I miss working when I worked at Spencer Gifts. Used to get all kinds of cool stuff. So, have that. Oh, I have. Oh, I will have to see about this for the Young People's Theater Workshop alumni. I have a Hans Christian Andersen shirt. Looks in pretty good shape. And I have a Wizard of Oz shirt. Looks like there might be a little stain on that one. June 1987. So maybe we can sell them for the scholarship fund that we have going. Now this, I picked this up because I didn't want to see it get thrown away. Beautiful tapestry, right? Except for one problem. That. Some idiot cut it in half. Beautiful tapestry, though. Really beautifully done. And I don't know how to date it or anything. But it's a beauty. This will probably go to Briggs auction, because they will be able to tell me more about it. Because I just don't know. That's the next drawer down. Oh my goodness. It's a Betty Boop night. Oh, you're going to need some white out on that. It's a Betty Boop nightshirt. Welcome to the 80s. I used to collect her. I sold all my stuff. I sold all my Boop stuff. Because, you know, it helped pay the bills. What's this one? Wait, why do I see a Yeoman of the Guard? because that's Rose Valley Chorus and Orchestra. Some of my show shirts are in here. Vagabond King, Black Watch from the Celtic Games. Oh, I can't believe I still got this one. Can't believe I was that small. Pirates of Penzance, October 1985. So this was done as a motorcycle gang. And that was the shirt. But they were done as a motorcycle gang as pirates. I know I have that video somewhere, and that's one that I really want to get flipped to a DVD someday. So this looks like a lot of my show shirts are in here, because I have not been over here for a long time. Because when I moved back in, I started piling stuff up in front of it because there wasn't as much space to move me back in, take care of Mom, and then, 6 months later got Michael. So that was cool. That was a surprise rundown. Oh, good night, Marcy. Okay, so this is upholstery tacks, little hinges, glue gun, a blend fill pencil for walnut. This is the kind of stuff that should be downstairs. I have a toolbox, and I have an even bigger one downstairs that's got space for all that. This is kind of crusty and rusty. And it's my trash bag. I'm just going to get rid of that bag. So not bad. I can see more floor than when we started. What time is it anyway? My phone is probably going to run out of power. But this is one of the reasons why I ended up with so much recycling, because I found a bunch of old magazines, bits like this where I missed this. Was this Diabolus or was this? Oh, it doesn't say which one it was. I used to get a lot of cool catalogs, and one of them, and I cannot remember the name of it, it used to be a clearinghouse for books that, to get your doctorate degree or even your master's in some fields, you have to publish, especially for doctorate. So you could get those books at a great discount. So I have found some amazing history books, social history, craft history kind of books that I used to be able to get from that one catalog. And I have yet to find a copy of it. So I don't remember its name. And I've yet to ever find any place like that online either. There is Edward R. Hamilton, but most of his stuff is mainstream books. This is the really esoteric kind of stuff that normally full price would be over $100 for the book. Like, art catalog and books for art exhibitions about a specific painter kind of thing, real detailed history books. So I have yet to find them. Let's see what's on this one. This says the Darwin Awards. I've read that book. The Bible According to Mark Twain. I don't know that book. Sounds fun. That's probably why I kept it. I'm not going to keep that. I got enough books right now. So, how close are we? There's Fiona. There's the Fiona that goes with Shrek. No, you're not gonna be nice and stand still. No, there we go. And what do we got here? Oh, hello. What are you? You're another one. Oh my goodness, you are Hansel and Gretel. Look at this. I haven't seen this in so long. I did not think that I had it. Can you see the house? Look. I do have Hansel and Gretel. These are the last two I picked up. These were not ones I inherited. Yeah, because it's the same handwriting on the back. These are ones that I I had picked up at some estate sale. I knew I had two from that, and I knew one of them was Red Riding Hood. I did not realize that the other, carefully lay this in there with the other one. I did not realize the other one was not Jack and Jill. Duh! It's time to go to bed. Hansel and Gretel. My Mikado paper dolls, Japanese fashion paper dolls. And Warren, when you see these on the playback, no, you can't. Actually, that's a coloring book, that one. That's Gilbert and Sullivan's Mikado. And those outfits, I think, are based off kind of off a movie. They're by Tom Tierney as the illustrator, but he definitely took some of the look off of a movie that was made in the 1950s. Those are definitely not leaving. What are you? Oh. Oh. Children and Youth Services. What are you? Oh. Yeah. This is all the paperwork from when I got him. It's my copies of all the stuff. Yeah. I don't think I need that. I certainly don't need how dusty that is, but you know, he's ever so much more than a little 2-year-old now. So I don't think I need that anymore. The box with the doll stuff's trying to fall over on me. Let's see. Oh, there's books back here. Oh, another thing of ribbon. Rosemary, sage, sunflowers. More pretty ribbon. And, oh, I just want to get a little further. Building arts and crafts furniture. Reading cards. There's books. More and more books. I wasn't kidding. I said, oh, for heavens. It's another one. It's another Classics Illustrated. I have found so many of these right now. Cleaning back here, cleaning over there. That I honestly don't know how many I have at this point. Okay, what are you? Besides a tote bag that's filthy with dust. Yeah. What are you full of? I see cows. Oh. Those are to make towels for in the kitchen. This is ribbon embroidery kit. And what's that? Oh, Candle Magic Wild Lilac scent. And more little ribbon embroidery kits. So like I said, that's the kind of stuff that it's like, they're easier to sell if I make them. So I can do that, but not right now. And one more. Come out of there. Oh, wow. The heck is this one? Oh, so 1980s. Cabin Creek. I can't tell what size, but how do I know it's 1980s? Shoulder pads. Wow. Shoulder pads, and it's got that little band at the waist. It's almost like puffy paint. Isn't that wild? Oh, wow. There's some sweaters in here. Because, you know, this one's inside out, but, you know, that all those V sweater things. They were definitely a style. Oh my goodness. Is that what I think it is? Oh my goodness, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. You guys have to see this. You guys have to see this. And then I'm gonna go to bed. So I have been searching for information about this forever. It is copyright 1920 something. Okay, because it's damaged right there. Whoops. And it just gets to the 2 and then stops. But it is the Emerald City. It is the whole, like everywhere. I mean, you've got countries on this that aren't even mentioned in the movie. Not even. So I don't know. It has the Patchwork Girl in one corner. It has Jinx Land. It's got so much stuff. And then like that's Dorothy. That little one. So darling, if you can send me more cough drops, I've been going through them like crazy because I'm kicking up so much dust. Now I know there's another board similar to this, but it's really old and it has it in the corner down here. Like I kept a lot of this the same, but instead of the board starting here, it starts in a corner and it has the characters from the movie. But that one's old too. I mean, that one is from 1939, which is I think when the movie came out. But I found this one. This is all I ever found. I never found anything else, but I found this one in the closet at the house in Norwood, and it was on the floor underneath stuff. So I will have to find out. It's 1920 something. Wonderful Game of Oz, Somebody Brothers Inc. And so this came out of my great-grandparents' house. I did not know where I had this. I just knew I still had it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, sweater vest. Yeah, I can see some laundry going to be happening and then clear some of these sweaters out. And, I'll hate to give up this, but this is not going to fit me. Rose Valley Chorus and Orchestra, spring 1989 production of The Gondoliers. I think that was the only time I actually was in it because I can't sing it. The Gondoliers, the music sits right on the crack of my voice between my lower voice and my higher voice. So it hits right on what they call the break. And if you're all dusty, you're going in the trash bag. And for the entire women's chorus, it sits on my break. So by the time I get through tech week and then you get to opening night, I have no voice left. I won't do that show again. I can't. It just tears up my voice too much. So, another piece of baby's breath. Gotta keep that away from the kitty because he's trouble. And what are you? I don't know. What the heck are you? Well, you don't have anything on the outside. You say something on the inside. A streetcar named Mikado. Well, well, well. You should be gotten down to Arden. They might like you. Oh, it only cost me $17.49 to get 5 copies of that made. Wouldn't be that cheap now. So I am about toast. Another book. There's another ripped up bag, but I can't quite get to it. There's some books. So we got pretty far. Like, dang it, the books are falling over. Because there's 2 tubes. They each have something in them. The dust. The dust, the dust. Let's take a look before we go. One of you has to have an end that opens. This might be one of my rubbings from the one lone time in 1988 when I was in London. Oh, it is. It's the unicorn. The unicorn rubbing. I think I only had enough money to do one. I might sell that off. Needs a proper frame though. And then this one, something got mailed to me. Oh, I haven't taken another drink of water. My throat's drying out. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's a 1913 map of Chester Park and Cemetery Atlas map. Oh. How do I get you? Oh, you taped the daylights out of it. Come on. Let go. Oh, you really? Some shop on eBay. There we go. We'll just do it that way. Oh, check it out. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. That's where the twin is. That's the house next door. So, how can I show it to you? So, right here, where my finger is, it doesn't show my house. It shows the property that was the big house on the corner and how it took the entire end of the block. And so that got broken up. That one right there. And my house got built. But the odd part is he says this is 1913, but that's not true. This house is 1911. So the book they took it out of was from 1913. But it could be, the map could be older. But yeah, it went. Wow. Oh, wow. And the house across the street owned, God, 90% of the block. There's one little corner with 3 little houses. And everything behind it. Now, this is where we ran into trouble. It says F.A. and W.E. Howard. And that was what kind of got me, because whoever that was, they owned part of this property. They owned part of the property on the next block. Whoever it was, they must have bought property from the Wetherells and then sat on it for a while and then built houses to order. I mean, it's not unheard of for a construction company now to do that. I just didn't realize they were doing it back then. So here we go. Put that right back on there. Oh, there went my light. There's something else in there? Oh, it's because there's a ding. Oh, I see what's happening. this started to slide. There we go. There it is. Okay, cut that there. Bang that. Thing doesn't work that well. So, they did all right though. I mean, granted this box is now here, but that box is now emptied out. A bunch of little bags. I have a box started for the stuff that is from, and there's more of that in bags behind me, for rubber stamping. So that's good. I've got that. And I think I will take this box and sit it on top of that one, because then that gives little fuss pot a place to lay down. But not Arwen. She's been banned. She hasn't been allowed back in here since she knocked that over. So, and the other trash bag is mostly full. And that's okay, because it's getting late. We've been at this for an hour and 45 minutes. I am sweating to death. And I'm sure my yellow shirt is probably all dusty in the front. So I want to, my fingers are all turning gray from the dust. So I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of this stuff. And yes, some of it will be coming to a sale. There won't be a sale, though, until July. I have to figure out when, because isn't July 4th a Wednesday or a Thursday? I can't remember. But I do need to figure that out. I'm so glad I found one of these. My hair is just long enough that I need to get it up off the back of my neck, but I can't find these little tiny band things for your hair. And I can't put rubber bands in my hair because I always end up having to cut them out, because my hair is too fine and it knots up around the rubber. These old things, which I don't have hardly, I just found this one in the drawer here. Because look at all that hair I have gets into that tiny, I mean, that's the size of my thumb. That's all of my hair. That's all of it. My hair is incredibly fine. So nowadays they make these things and they're like this big, and that's too big. I can't wrap that much around that tiny little ponytail. It looks stupid when it's more band than there is hair. And they slide out. So you guys have a good weekend. And I hope you enjoyed seeing some of this stuff. Like I said, some of it, I have to make up my mind about those frames. I may keep the gardening one, because like I said a long time ago, the one I had in use when Doctor was a kitten, and she's going on 16, 15, yeah, I think she's 16 this year. And later into the summer, because I think we got her in the end of July. And so she broke it. And those things that are resin, I have yet to find a glue that works on resin stuff. So I ended up throwing it away. So I'm happy to find a second one. But the other one, though, I think will be in a sale soon, sometime in July. So thank you for coming. If you enjoy the journey with me, by all means, stop in again, check out some old videos. Every time I'm doing a work with me, it is seriously a treasure hunt. We never know what we're going to find. And apparently my light is trying to give up the ghost, because apparently the light switch itself is a little wonky. And the other one, I think that he's either unplugged or the bulbs burn out. So, but that's where we are. And the closer I get to the door too, the more paint flakes there's going to be, because the leak just did a number. If you're here now and didn't see the very beginning, I showed what it did to this wall, and how what happens is when lime gets wet, it gets all flaky, and it's done horrible things to the paint, and even to the woodwork. The door frame itself looks like there's a crack in the frame now of the door. And that may be, the crack there may be from the earthquake, though. That earthquake did a little bit of a number on some of the parts of the house, and they're all in line with this back part, because it got one of the door frames below us too, which is only about 2 feet that way, and it cracked the door frame wood. So have a good night. Stay hydrated. Stay out of the heat. I, for one, am going to go wash myself off, get into something cooler, turn the AC unit on, and get the heck to bed. and I'll make sure I get these 2 bags out to the trash, because I don't think the kitchen trash has been taken out. And in the hot summer, you always get the kitchen trash out. Get it out the door. So I will see you next week, if not before. If I get a chance to film a video, I will. It's just been so hot in this house, and there's no central air here. So I either work in my room or I work in Mike's room. I've been doing a lot of scout stuff on the internet. I try to do stuff in the living room, but it's just been so sunny and so hot that living room, I have a little temperature thing in there, and it was at one point was 97 degrees outside. The living room was 95. I could not get anything done in there. I just couldn't. So hopefully we're supposed to have a break. I think we're supposed to have a break tomorrow, where it won't be quite so hot, because I want to get in there and work in there tomorrow during the day when I can see what I'm doing. That's the other problem. Other than the little lamp at my desk, there's no lights in that room. So, because one, I can't get to any of them, and it's not a modern house. There's no overhead. There's very few rooms that have an overhead light. This one does, because I paid for it. And what we put up, they put up drywall ceiling, and they ran that light off a wall plug that was over on the other side, halfway up the wall. And that light, though, and that plug, if you flip the light switch, and there's a light switch on both sides of the room, though I don't want to flip that one because there's water damage all around it. So I don't want to flip that one. But it was a 2 switch for that light. But it also turns off the switch over there, and the electric plug over there, and the electric plug right here that lamp behind there is on. They're all attached to this light thing. So you lose half your power in the room. And I can't figure out how they did that when my dad and my brother-in-law put that ceiling light up, because the plug that had been on the wall used to be its own line. So how did it go to being attached to the switch, which is fine, but how did they screw it up so that now it turns off the power to that plug? That's a nuisance, especially when in the winter, because that's where the heater is for in the room. So that's why I sleep in a sleeping bag. It's the north side of the house. It gets real cold in here. So anyway, have a good night. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. If you need to get out because you're going stir crazy from the heat, find out where your local libraries are. A lot of places in this heat all across the country are opening up places for people to just come and sit in air conditioning and get out of the heat. So by all means, check that out in your area if you need it. Because some of these days, Mike and I at one point did go the day it was 97 degrees. We just went to the local library for about 2 hours. Just to get out of the house, but we knew we couldn't. We needed to get somewhere. And Gary has finally been going down to the senior center downtown to get out of the heat. He's gone down there every day in the worst of the heat in the afternoon, and stays down there for about 3 hours, which is good. 1, he's making new friends. That's fantastic. And 2, it gives him some new experience instead of just doing the same thing all the time, which is good for him. So have a good night. I will see you when I see you. Love you guys.